Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. Good times for all. Zachary's about here if you prefer. In this video I'm going to do my first round using a Rife Frequency Generator. A little bit nervous, don't know why. And your watt amplifier. So we're going to hook these two up. We have a nice big surge protector over here. This is going to allow us to do this without any chance of it exploding. Plug both of those into that one. This one just has a little plug here, and it goes into the back down in here. Very simple to set up, folks. We won't be using these. Have your positive. Hey, Sandra. Positive out, positive in. Negative out, negative in. Then we'll hook up one of the paddles to the positive out. One of the other paddles to the negative out. All right. Give me 1 second, folks. I forgot the salt water. I have to go grab it real quick. The pads are setting in it. So I will return in just 1 second, okay? It'll only take me a sec. All right, sorry about that, folks. And what we have here is just some salt water. And we dip the pads in it. They're kind of like little booties or socks. Wring them out real good. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a detox, where I'm going to be putting it over my abdomen. You can do it multiple ways, from your feet to, you can put them anywhere really, but the detox one says to put it over your intestines. So I'm going to try that. Should use warmer water. And then all I have here is a little ace bandage. Now when we're clipping these on, it's very important that one of them gets clipped to the metal and the other side holds on just like that. One side's holding the cloth, the other side is directly on the metal. Set that one here. I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. It's very important that these never touch while the machine is on. You can short it out. So we'll keep them nice and separated. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put them on, I think, first. So, now we'll turn this around. How y'all doing? There we go. It's up here for a sec. Alright, so I got my ace bandage here. Got a towel. I guess we're gonna go negative on the front, and it's gonna flow from the negative to the positive. Don't mind my hairy stomach, folks. I'm gonna put it right over my stomach like that. We'll do it long ways. Hold that there. And this one directly on my back. to do this without getting too naked. So how's everybody doing tonight? Make sure you have no metal on you at all. You can burn your skin that way. Wrap that around like so. Make sure the pads are pushed up firmly against me. Hey, Roy. Okay, so as you can see, I have the pad, one here, and then one directly on my back. Oh man, okay. I don't know why I'm nervous. I do not know why. All right, so we will turn them both on. And I didn't get electrocuted. Yay. Okay. If you don't know what a Rife Frequency Generator is, go ahead and check out Royal Rife. Or my last video, I kind of went over what it is and how it works. You use frequencies. Sorry about that. Okay, so 302, Bob, was it? Or 203? I'm going to show you guys how easy this thing is to work. It's really cool. It gives you, they're all programmed into here. 203. Okay, auto channel 203. Awesome. Thank you, Bob. So what you have here, real simple. Now you can do all kinds of stuff with this. I'm just doing the basics. So you come up here and you hit your auto. You hit your 203. And you hit run. Okay, it's going. I'm going to turn this one up. You see the red light kicking on there? And now we're going to turn this one up. All right, I'm at max power. Let me just sit down here. And I will turn this around. Now it's only running a 5-minute sequence, but what it does is it will run that 5-minute sequence for it's running 8 different frequencies right now, and there are multiple. I don't feel anything at all. Let's see. Yeah, no smoke, Roy. Things are good. This is for toxins and parasites in the intestine. Place pads over intestines. These are low frequencies using square wave only. 1550, 1500, 880, 8450, 832, 803, 8300, 784, 7870, blah blah, and you see, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. But it's going to play 8 at a time for 5 minutes. So it's going to go through this a few different times. So it won't just be a 5-minute session. You'll sit for 5 minutes and then it'll directly go to the next session with the next set of frequencies. I don't know, I don't really feel anything. I think you're not supposed to feel anything though. Now, before you do this, um, before you attempt to buy one or try one of these, this is not a medical device. I'm just saying that now. Um, you cannot go out and ask your doctor about this because most likely he's probably never heard of it. Royal Rife designed this back, I believe, in 1934. And by 1950s, they had it pretty down perfect with their different generators and things like that. They could really lock in the frequencies and signals. And they even held a banquet in his honor. Um, the dinner to end all diseases, I believe it was called, something like that. To where, and this wasn't just him and a couple of his buddies, this was the head of the medical establishment. Yeah, Royal Raymond Rife. Definitely look him up if you haven't heard of him, folks. I only heard of him for the first time a couple years ago. And I heard of this Rife machine, and I became. That was a good 3-4 days of just watching video after video after video. Yeah, so I have it at max power, and it does it automatic. It says you can start off lower try it for a minute or 3 minutes to start or this or that, but I'm more of a let's leap, and we'll just go with the normal function that they have it set on. Now you can't do this every day either, and you definitely want to drink a lot of water while you're doing these cycles. It says what it's doing is the parasites or whatever in there that you're trying to get rid of, it destroys them, it breaks them down, it disintegrates them. What up, lumber? And now all that stuff has to go somewhere. All those toxins are then released out of their bodies when they're disintegrated. All right, one down, next one to go. Didn't feel anything different. Um, not at all. Couldn't even tell what was happening. Very cool. This is my type of medicine right here. No needles, no pokes and prods, and them putting all kinds of horrible chemicals into your body. You have no idea what they are or where they came from. Now they said Royal Rife used some kind of tube at first. But they came up with these types of pads to make it more affordable, so more people could afford them. And people have been experimenting with these ever since it was created. They are a bit pricey. 2,300 is the lowest one I found. I'll put it in this comment section after the video. Actually, I think I have it still stored. I don't know how to. I don't even know how to write a comment when it's like this. Yeah, Bob can attest to it. He's told me some amazing stories about things working just after a day. Hey, Beck. Hope you're enjoying retirement. I know I can't get up and get over there. I'm hooked up. I know I wanted to turn on Alex's music, but I can't reach over there to get it. I hooked myself up too early. So for those of you just jumping in, I have the Rife machine hooked up, one on my belly, and one on my lower back. I am doing a detox part 1 for removing toxins and parasites in the intestines. There's 3 different detoxes you can do. I'm going to do this one for 3 cycles the first week. The next week I'll do the next one. The next week I'll do the 3rd cycle. And see how I feel. And then after that I'll start trying to find things that I might have, and I know it has things for arthritis, stuff like that. Yeah, here's the machine and the amplifier. Very simple to use. It's just counting down. You have your positive, positive, negative, negative. And I know it's black, but this one is a positive. Output levels are both up to max. No discomfort whatsoever. You always soak in salt water, the little pads that go around the little metal plates. And it just counts down nice and slow for you. Now it looks like I have 5. This is the 5th one, so there'll be 4 more. So about 20 more minutes. Oh, did anybody see did anybody see suspicious observers video he put out this morning, talking about how Harvard, JPL, NASA are saying that it is not gravity that is holding together the stars and planets and things like that, but it's actually magnetism and something else. Oh, what was it? Plasma something, or I forget. But pretty much saying that everything they thought about the universe was wrong. And they're admitting to it now. That gravity is not doing what they think it's doing. Alright, 4th cycle. I meant this is pretty plasma, that's it, and magnets. This is my type of medicine right here. I like this. I'm going to we're gonna look into see if we can't hook the frequency generator maybe up to a speaker and start making them water dance and do all kinds of neat things. This is a very interesting machine. I'll just go over some of the stuff it says at the beginning again. Legal notice disclaimer, legal uses. I mean, they are very user statement of understanding. Should be used for research purposes only. I won't read the whole thing and bore you. And then another, legal uses. In the United States, at least, a frequency generator can be used for investigational purposes such as equipment testing, for experimental use on all animals, to validate the effectiveness of bioactive frequencies, to balance energy patterns so the body may eliminate disease, to experiment with energy balancing and the regulation of energy pathways, to research bioactive frequency effects, to experiment with relaxation and alpha entertainment, to determine the effectiveness of frequencies on life extensions, to observe the metabolic regulation and transfer factors, to experiment with modulating these frequencies on Schumann waves, and to experiment with frequencies on longitudinal scalar waves. As an educational tool in seminars on bioactive frequencies, acupuncture, molecular biology, microbiology, etc. The uses above are not intended as medical therapy. They have to say this stuff, folks. They would be shut down in a heartbeat if they didn't. And then it goes on to say why you should detox. Experimenters suggest the following: detox as soon as you can after beginning use of this generator because many symptoms are due to toxins. See detox frequencies and run for 1 minute the first time, 2 minutes the second time, and 3 minutes the third time, and fourth times. Detox from time to time. Do not run detox frequencies more than every other day. And then it tells you why not to do it more than every other day. Dr. Rife said that when microbes die, their internal toxins are released as they disintegrate. These toxins can overload the lymph system. This is known as the Herxheimer reaction. The toxins released by disease organisms must be removed from the body as rapid as of clean water per day. If toxins are allowed to build up from hundreds of millions of disease organisms all dying at the same time, this may result in a person not feeling very well. Feeling worse can mean either the user did not drink enough water or, as Dr. Rife believed, the frequency is killing the organisms causing the disease. So you may not, so after your first few of these, you may not feel good. It may hit you hard if you don't get enough water. And even if you do get enough water, I mean, you're releasing large amounts of toxins all at once. Okay, we're on the next one. Treatment time. The experimenter can first use all conditions with the frequencies that may be relevant. Be sure to drink plenty of water. For the first time, frequencies should be run for no more than 5 minutes every other day until you see what reaction occurs. Then, if there are no adverse effects, you may, if you wish, increase the length of time a frequency runs and how often. Many conditions show improvement quickly, while some conditions may take a long time, many months, to significantly improve. It's saying that there's 2 more cycles after this one, Bob. It tells you all about the different types of frequencies there are, modulated, unmodulated, which method you should use, sine wave, square wave, how to adjust output levels, what is gating or entertainment. It's an interesting one. I had never heard entertainment used this way before. In the 1939 beam ray instrument built by Beam Ray Corporation of the 1930s, there was a third form of modulation that is called gating. What this gating is believed to do is to induce the effect of entertainment. Entertainment is defined as the tendency for two oscillating bodies to lock into phase so that they vibrate in harmony. It is also defined as a synchronization of 2 or more rhythmic cycles. The principle of entertainment is universal, appearing in chemistry, pharmacology, biology, medicine, psychology, sociology, astronomy, architecture, and more. If the generator that you have purchased has gating capabilities, then you may wish to try using it. The 1939 instrument used 60 cycle gating. Oh, Bob. How to apply frequencies to a targeted area, that's what I'm doing. You can do it so it just flows in your upper body and just in your lower body. And why you must drink plenty of water. Again, it really hits that home, drinking lots of water. Dr. Rife said that when organisms are destroyed by the frequencies, they leave behind toxins and poisons which can back up in your lymph system and must be disposed of. It is necessary to drink plenty of water each day the instrument is used. Do not use a function generator if pregnant or lactating. Heart pacers may be affected. Never leave children unattended. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Josh Corey. Happy day you rubbed your face. uh, please use good common sense with the frequency list. No one could anticipate every possible mistake that anyone could make with this technology or the function generators that you use. It is your responsibility to use due caution. We cannot assume any responsibility for misuse or unauthorized use which violates existing regulations. Yeah, this is pretty wild stuff. Okay, I'll just read down. These frequencies should be run in square wave mode, normalizing and stimulating frequencies. Normalize adrenal function, normalize pituitary function. Stimulate increased, two to go. Stimulate increased normalized HGH production, or pituitary. Stimulate normal pineal function. I like that. Normalize endocrine system function. Stimulate normalize immune system function. Stimulate normal colon function. Stimulate normal thyroid function. We're just going to go through progesterone, estrogen, normal testosterone. It's different for male and female. Pancreas function, liver function, kidney function, heart function. Normalize your blood pressure. Normal nervous system function, normal lymph system function. Hey, Pete. Increase lymph system function, normalize blood circulation, increase blood flow circulation, red blood cell production, white blood cell production, hemoglobin production, reinforcement of DNA integrity, RNA integrity. Wow. Stimulate the balance of well-being. Healing of nerves, healing of bones, healing of ligaments, healing of muscles, healing of capillaries, reduce swelling of herniated discs, reduce excess fluid retention in joints and tissues, reduce general back pain, fibromyalgia. Adam, what's up, brother? Then it gets into terminology for the frequency list. And it tells you you have low frequencies, you have Rife Ray number 4 high frequencies, and Rife's original high frequencies. Safe travels, man. Keep your eye on the road. Oh, this is interesting. Here's a little bit of history. Um, the low frequencies are audio frequencies found by Dr. Rife and Philip Hoyland, who was Rife's electronic engineer from 1935 to 1939. These audio modulated instruments from the 1930s and 1950s use harmonics to reach the fundamental frequencies that Dr. Rife found to kill or devitalize microorganisms. In the 1930s, beam ray instruments used sine wave audio frequencies modulated on a harmonic carrier frequency. These harmonics were calculated to read the fundamental frequency that would kill the disease-causing organisms. Dr. Rife did not approve of this design. By the 1950s, Dr. Rife decided to at least give this audio instrument a test to see if it would work, but with few changes. The 1950s instruments used square wave audio frequencies to produce harmonics to reach the fundamental frequency that would kill the disease-causing organisms. The fundamental frequencies are the high frequencies that Dr. Rife found that would kill these microorganisms. This will be discussed in Section B. Since the 1950s, many more of these audio frequencies have been discovered and found by many people. These have worked very well and are included in this list. There are far more audio frequencies than any other for conditions, and one may wish to begin by using the lower frequencies first and then complement them with the high frequencies. No, the maker of this wasn't suicided. He was actually thrown a dinner in his honor, the dinner to end all diseases. And he was getting ready to start producing them, and he sent a few of them out. And then all of a sudden, they wrapped him up in a bunch of legal garb. And by that time, he was getting older, and if you didn't know, your eyes, you can only use them to stare through microscopes for so long. It really does a lot of wear and tear on your eyes. And he was doing, 12-hour plus days for decades. So by the time they started running him through the ringer with the whole court thing, one more to go, he really only had about an hour or two a day that he could do any real good research. And he took to the bottle. It stinks. I'll make you a mod here soon, Doc. I can't do it right now while I'm on my phone. Yeah. It's a shame what they did to him. And like so many things, you're going to hear, well, this doesn't work. This is hocus pocus. This isn't real. This is like mysticism. But you're going to hear that about everything. I've heard that about alchemy. And then I tried it. And I got amazing results. Yeah, 8 frequencies at a time. The machine can handle up to doing 8 frequencies at a time, and it ran through 5 cycles. But yeah, it's amazing that they were so amazed by it to where the head of the medical industries were throwing him banquets in his honor for what he had discovered, to totally blackballing it to where medical doctors and surgeons and people like that today have never even heard of this man. This is my very first go at it, Robert. I've never used it before. This is my first round. So we're going to see what happens. Okay. Yeah. No need for a nightlight. Rife Ray number 4 high frequencies are the original frequencies that were discovered by Dr. Rife and used in instruments from 1934 to 1936. He tested and proved his original frequencies under his microscope. Dr. Rife really didn't know the exact frequencies he was using in 1934 because the means by which they measured frequencies then was very inaccurate. When Philip Hoyland measured Dr. Rife's instrument in 1935 with an oscilloscope, which had just been invented and put on the market, he finally knew the exact frequencies that he was using. Up until this time, Rife was reading harmonics of the true fundamental frequencies. These frequencies that were measured by Philip Hoyland were used in the Rife Ray No. 4 instrument and were frequencies used in the 1934 clinic. Now, what makes Royal Rife so amazing wasn't just his ability to figure this stuff out, but this man invented the greatest microscopes ever known. He was, I forget how many thousands of times zoom. Oh, the conditions are amazing. Yeah, there are, let's see, it starts on page 17 with the different symptoms you can and it goes to page 93. So 17, these are all pages and they're all the same, all that, I mean there's so much. 70 some odd pages. Retroviruses, rheumatoid arthritis. Gosh, half the stuff I've never even heard of. Ringworm. Half of it I can't even. Yeah, there's probably 600-700 of these in here. Rabies, radiation burns, ragweed, psoriasis, psychological, wow, prostate, post-surgery, polyps, pneumonias, and that's it. I'm going to be doing another one of these. Let's see, today is Tuesday, so Thursday I'll be doing another one of these live, Thursday afternoon. It says to skip a day. I'm going to keep heavy on the water. Lyme's disease, primary, secondary, hatchling, egglings. Wow, this is just amazing. Heart disorders, gravel in urine, gland. It's amazing. We'll go over it a little bit more each time I do it. Maybe I'll just start next time and I'll just start reading off all the different things that it can help. So we will now power it down. We'll turn down all the output levels. Power it off. Take a look. Make sure there isn't a hole burned through me or anything like that. And perfectly fine. Hairy belly and all. And there you go. That's what the pads look like. Okay. Well, that was the end of round one, folks. The belly button doesn't count. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't feel any different. It never felt a thing. We'll see what my urine looks like. I'm not gonna take a sample and show you or anything, but I'll let you know. It's been straight water because I've been really hitting the water. But I was doing a detox. the frequencies. I'll just count it real quick and see how many different frequencies I just used. $48. So I did 6 cycles. 48 different frequencies. I just ran through my body. So that's the end of round 1, folks. Next time I'll have the music playing. I just got excited and got myself hooked up before I turned it on and everything, and then I couldn't get over there. But yep, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining me. All of you that are traveling, have safe travels. All of you that are home enjoying it, enjoy it. There's no place like home. I love y'all. This is Good Times for Out Here signing out. As always, thanks for watching.